Are you noticing how, as more women wear locks, some women have started telling others how their locks are supposed to look, how much new growth should be visible, how often retwisting should happen, where the root should sit, how the lock should fall? Like, are you noticing this? Because sharing care is one thing. Sharing hydration practices, sharing ways to retain moisture, sharing what has worked on your own head. That exchange is communal. That exchange builds knowledge. The shift happens when sharing turns into instruction, when guidance becomes you should, when care becomes this is how you're supposed to, when someone else's hair becomes a site for correction, and at that point practice turns into enforcement. That posture carries a familiar pattern, because remember, Black women were once told how our hair needed to appear in order to be acceptable, then told how it needed to behave, then told how it needed to be managed. Now locks are worn openly and a new rule book shows up. Same posture, different language. That is how colonizer thinking reproduces itself, through imitation. Care turns into control, preference turns into prescription, routine turns into authority. So the question becomes simple. What makes someone the authority on locks while operating from a framework that centers control instead of embodiment? And let me be absolutely clear about the framework. It is dominance-based. It is supremacy-based. It organizes through hierarchy, instruction, and correction. That posture is learned. It is conditioned. And it mirrors how men are trained to relate to authority. That is what imitation looks like. Standing over instead of standing with, instructing instead of listening, controlling instead of embodying. So take this as an opportunity to recognize the conditioning and create distance from it. Locks live on bodies. They respond to environment, health, lifestyle, and choice. Alignment looks different on different heads. And when freedom starts issuing instructions, it becomes worth asking whether liberation is being lived or merely rehearsed.